Hello everybody, this is Cha0S with Thunderdog eSports, bringing you game number 3 of tonight's Top Dog League series. We've got infNA Gaming going up against MicroGamerZ. Let's introduce our players, spawning in the upper left-hand corner here on Frost Ladder Edition. It is going to be infNA Gaming's YaKoB. Take it away.
And his opponent in the bottom left, the green Protoss from MicroGamerZ eSports. It's PiliPiLi.
Okay, so GM versus Diamond. I'm voting the Diamond player. They need a win. Get some momentum.
Yeah, you need a big turnaround here. But you know, Pili's got some OP probes, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
what's gonna go on.
Lots of stuff in chat about them OP probes. So we will have to see whether or not he is going to go for the gold and have this probe kill everything in YaKoB's base.
Yeah, he scouted really early here.
I think he's kind of like fear of a 6 pool or some type of cheese, which isn't really common on this map, simply just because it's a 4-player map and it kind of is what it is.
Yeah, that, and I know he's definitely, after watching a few games of him, he's definitely a player who likes to all in a lot. So finding where your opponent is as quickly as possible is very important.
I wonder if we'll see like
some aggression.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see like a 4-gate out of him. I mean, it's totally not typical in PvZ, just because Zergs have a pretty easy time just dealing with it. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. If it's anything like the games I've seen him play PvZ before, he likes to kind of go with the gateway expand, and then he goes with 4-gate aggression into a Stargate, and then goes on from there. He gets like an Oracle and then a Void Ray, and then he just kind of goes for it after that point. That could totally be possible for what he's doing right now. Looks to me like gateway expand.
Yeah, I mean, setting up with the double gas is kind of pretty telling of what he's going to be doing. Now, obviously he's going to be able to get up his mothership core in a fairly decent amount of time, and then these, I don't know, he's queued up 2 Zealots, which is kind of different. Not sure what that is all about. Maybe
whenever I've seen him, he goes with 2 Zealots in the mothership core initially, and then he kind of builds a pylon and continuously warps in from that point, goes to kill 3rd base, mainly at that point, which it kind of hits at that timing right around the time when the 3rd base comes out. So the Zerg is still kind of awkwardly, I want a drone, I don't really want to make units.
Yeah, I mean, he is going straight across the field with this, which is... And actually, YaKoB is going straight for that 3rd base, which is very curious. So, okay, so Zealot's not quite walking across the field. Now, you know, typically when I play this matchup, I go for a really early expansion and kind of skimp on the Zealots at the front, just because, you know, obviously that 200 extra minerals... Ooh, 2 more gateways going down. Yeah, this looks 3-gate all-in-ish.
Yeah, well, now he's putting the gateway at the bottom, or a
pylon, yeah.
Pylon, yeah, that's what I meant, guys.
This is weird. I've never seen an opening like this, because, you know, a lot of times, you know, being the Protoss player, one, you want to try and stabilize the amount of bases you are in comparison to your opponent, and then at the same time you want to give yourself some flexibility. And going for the 3 gates before the Nexus is just a little bit on the odd side. I haven't quite seen a build like this, so I'll be interested to see how it all works out as far as once we get into kind of the mid-game.
Yeah, it's definitely not optimal for the economy at all. It's very aggressively focused because of how quickly he chronos out Warp Gate and how many gates he throws down before anything else, and now he's throwing out a Forge. He's got 3 gates, and yeah, here we go. It looks like he's gonna go do a little bit of harassment across the field here. I
don't know though, because it's like he saw a pretty high number of lings for right now. You know, usually Zerg player, like, you know, holds back on getting those lings too terribly early, just so they can drone up and get to that optimal, you know, 50 to 60 drone count before they start actually making units. So.
Yeah, definitely. Zerg definitely wants to try and get up to almost about 50 50 to 60 drones by the 7-minute mark or so is really when they want to do that, and then start kind of making units playing reactive. But you know, it's been a little bit different for our Zerg player here. He's definitely kind of a little lower on the drones here. He's just going straight for, let's get some lings out in the field, let's get a fast speed, and getting pretty quick upgrades.
Yeah, so he's also planted down his Roach Warren, so he's definitely going to be looking to put on some aggression here. Probably try and push out at around the 10-minute mark once he's got a handful of more roaches. But looks like PiliPiLi is going to go ahead and move across. Going to get a couple links for free.
Yeah, and now the Zerg player knows what's coming. He can try and, you know, prepare for this, but this is a tough attack with the number of sentries that are coming with it. Sentries are really what makes this the strength because of the force fields.
Yeah.
And if you can cut off lings, they just evaporate.
Yeah, so basically the only real accomplishment that he needs to get done with this, he just needs to simply take down this third. That's going to be his main objective.
Wow, that queen getting away with 6 HP was insane.
Yeah, so lings are going to come in here and try and get some damage done. One sentry is going down, and
2 sentries. That was really good right there by the lings.
Yeah, so PiliPiLi, you know, didn't really get a whole lot done with that. You know, he lost a couple sentries, which is going to be very vital to holding off any type of early attack that's going to be coming his way very shortly. And obviously with his proxy pylon getting picked off, he's not going to really have any option to do any counterattacking. So, kind of a not an optimal push, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's still got a little bit of a window here. You can make something happen, warp in some more sentries, and go with a couple of Void Rays, because his opponent is going extremely heavy in Roaches. He's not really getting a lot of lings, so Void Rays are going to be very good against the Zerg Force. Void Rays still pretty good against lings, because obviously lings can't fight them, but, you know, lings are so small, it's pretty tough for a Void Ray to do anything against them.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm really surprised that we haven't seen any Spore Crawlers out of YaKoB yet. You know, with those Void Rays coming across now, I think, you know, okay.
Yeah, he's got one going down too now.
Yeah, they're a little late though.
Late. Yeah, he got a Void Ray already here. And
might focus down this Queen, which would be a nice little victory. Obviously minimize the amount of production that his opponent's got for the time being, and that will go down. And actually, there's a lot of...
what would be a nice thing here is if he were to focus down this Roach Warren, that would be pretty nice there. Kill that thing. Void Rays. Really, there's nothing to fight these Void Rays. He needs to get more queens out. You know, every queen you lose is less larva you can get eventually in the future.
Yeah, but at the same time, with all of these Overlords as exposed as they are, you know, that's just a nuisance for YaKoB. He's going to have to make a lot more Overlords. We've got 2 in production. He's going to need a 3rd one here shortly once this Overlord goes down. Oh, 10 Overlords in production. Holy cow.
He's not going to be supply blocked at all in this game or the next one.
I don't know though. That's 1,000 minerals completely. I mean, granted, he does have the bank to support it, but he really doesn't have a whole lot of units out. And with that much larva spent up in Overlords, I think it's going to be really, really hard for him to get the unit count that he wants to deal with this force that's going to be approaching on his. Looks like he's going to go straight for the natural.
Yeah, that's like. If you ever watch D9 when that kind of thing's happening, he goes, well, I'm supply block. Jam down that B button and get as many Overlords as possible. And now they're all just going into the most vulnerable place they possibly could go.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not where you want to go.
With as many force fields as are here, I'm not really... Yeah, this is not going to go very well. A lot of these Overlords are probably going to get taken out pretty easily. You know,
sitting there going, run!
Yeah, YaKoB's definitely in a pretty tough spot. Obviously, there's going to be more than enough force fields to deal with this army.
There goes the Roach Warren, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ooh, some nice force fields.
Oh, God, those force fields.
Yeah,
Those have never felt so close together.
Yeah, looks like we got a little bit of lag. I think this is a function of Atlas still.
I don't know. I don't even know if he's in the game. I don't think he is.
I don't know. It's been definitely a little bit more laggy than the last game. Once Atlas got out of the last game, it was pretty good. But yeah, there's not a whole lot YaKoB can do at this point. Natural's going to be going down here very shortly, and
this is just kind of one of those situations where the harassment was just too good in the earlier game, and you know, he did a nice job holding the initial attack, but I feel like he didn't really have a follow-up to get to it. really didn't get up spores as fast as it needed to.
Yeah. Now I'm really surprised that a lot more stalkers back there. Drones are being pulled. He's like, gotta put everything into this.
Here goes the. I think he saw that additional wave of stalkers. And was like, oh no, this can't happen.
Yeah. So MicroGamerZ is going to be taking up game number 3. We'll go ahead and go into another break.